Okay, so I'm just using this very thin masking tape to try and get some lines, and I think this one on the left would look the best. It's not as high the peak as this one is, but I can use a piece and draw around it. I think that would look alright, and then maybe I'd box in the, or maybe not, we'll see. Yeah, that one's just slightly higher peak, that one. I think this one would look nice. I think if you look, it's got a nice bulbous shape on the wing. Anyway, let's see what we do. So that's the start of it. That's left enough so I can put the wired edge in it and bring it up to that line. And I think that definitely looks better. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to flatten this piece out here and then put it in, and I can make the same cut on the other side. Then I'll have to take the wings off and put the wired edge in, heat them, and then bend them over. And yeah, but I think that's much nicer. And the other thing you've got to appreciate as well is that the tyres that are on it, or the wheels that are on it, probably won't stay on it. They'll be much wider, so they'll fill that arch much better. And I want a bit more of an overhang as long as the turning circle is okay. So I'll crack on with the other side. Okay, so looking at it from here, you can actually visibly see that left-hand wing is lower than the right-hand wing. The curves are correct because I've checked it, but unfortunately the vehicle's sitting from the wing is 2.5 centimeters shorter on this side here than it is on this one. I think it's where we've made that that turret, that front turret for the arch itself, or the wing itself. I think the radius is not quite right. We need to maybe pack that out. So if I remember rightly, the one on this side is the original and the one on the left side is the copy. So it's something we need to look at. The other problem with this is the rear springs on this are in not a very good condition. They're in good enough condition, but they've lost their what's the right word to use? They've lost their power, if you like, in the springs. So what I think we'll end up doing with this, because there's no shock absorbers on it at the moment, I think what I will do is put coil shocks on it, and that will relieve the springs, because obviously to take the springs off and just put coils on is an awful lot of work, whereas I can put the coilovers, which will make the thing much better. But you, as I say, you can see from the left to the right there's quite a bit of difference. And even when I measure it, I'll just check, but I'm pretty sure it's the left-hand one that's the one we made, the copy. Nah, sorry. So it's the right-hand one that's the copy. This one's the copy, and obviously the radius is too high, so we'll have to bring that down. And this is the original. This is the original side, and this is the copy side. So it needs to be dropped down, or we need to elongate the holes on it. So I'll pack one out, one of them. Okay, and they're not bolted in either properly yet. Yeah. Could be because of that. I'll take these bolts out and see. It could be that that's causing the problem. So you bolt it. Okay. Finally, I've got it unbolted at the back. Only one bolt on the front. So, so what I'll do is I'll just measure now and just see where we are with the car. Foot in the middle. Yeah, down a little bit. Oh. Two and a half. Yeah, it's here that's the problem. Yeah, 2 inches too high, 2 centimetres. This is the problem here. I think this shape is right. I think this needs to come up a bit. That's where the problem is there. But they were only quickly fabricated to see what we needed to do. But yeah, that's where the problem is. And we'll go with this one because this is the original. And make sure that that's absolutely in line with that one. It's in the correct holes, but as I said, it was missing, so we had to fabricate. I mean, trying to find stuff like this. So, yeah, okay, well, moving forward. Yeah, so after doing the measurements, yeah, there's 1.5 centimetres too high on this side. So we'll sort that, and I'll check everything out first. I'll just show you how it's pinned on. So what I've done is I built captive nuts in here, and there's 3 stands on this, so I can actually stand on this and it doesn't go anywhere. So the wing is bolted to that, and then another one here, another one here, and then a main bolt through there, and 2 bolts on the inside there. So basically that's where the headlamp piece goes, and you can see here, I just had this long bolt through it just now, but that actually should go on that way around. That would go on that way, so you get a nice front. You do the adjustment from the back. So that's something we're looking out for now, trying to get some 20-inch or 20 centimetre lamps, because these are too small, these Massey Fergusons. They might do as a lower headlight or a lower fog lamp, whatever. but I want something the original size. If I can make the original ones work, then that's what I'll do. But yeah, so it's all solid now. You can see, look at the size of that steering box. It's massive. But as I said, the gearbox works well, the diff is alright, the engine runs smooth enough. Quite surprising, really. So what I need to do now is take off this grille, make up the new plates for it at the top, weld it all up in place, sandblast it, give it a quick paint, and then get these front bits done, and get these wings proper in alignment. As you can see, the chassis has all been done, it's all been sandblasted, derusted, repaired. It was actually in very good condition. But you've got to remember, and this was it's actually a 1935 U11. I thought it was a 36, but it's 35. And they did make a pickup version of this. This, what I believe was a car. I believe it was a Rosselet saloon car, because where the B panels were, you could see where the doors, the suicide doors on the back would have closed. So it was a car. The fact that it's got, instead of vents, it has openings on the bonnet, that shows that it was a car, it was a saloon car. But it did make a pickup, but this back was wood. So strangely enough, the length I've done this is just about how they were. Now they either had a body on the back, so it was quite a bit taller up here, along here, covered back, or they made it into a pickup like this, but with wooden sides on it. All this was wood, and the wood tended to come out a little bit further, so I kind of cut that wheel arch in half there. As I say, these are not the original, these are the original wheels, but they won't probably be going on it. If it means widening the arches, then there's no problem. It's only a matter of cutting down the centre and letting in how much steel we need, and we'll go from there. But this is as solid as a rock, this, and that's been made out of half pipe, as you can probably see there. Yeah, you can see on the edge, it's just a half piece of pipe. And then it's got a framework inside it, box action inside it. So I think that's enough for today. We'll go up and check my wife, see she's okay, and I'll get back on this when I can. So as usual, stay safe, keep the faith, enjoy your hobby, and oh, just quickly before I go, somebody wrote a comment about, oh, it's lost its Frenchness. Now, apart from hanging a bag of onions round the grill, I can't see what he means by Frenchness. I mean, so the chevrons are not in there, but they're buggered anyway. And the bottom line is, these cars have no, I mean, I'm not doing it for financial reasons, obviously. I'm doing it for enjoyment and to get it back on the road. So in any guise, it's better than nothing. It would sit there and go to scrap, and it would just rust to nothing. So at least it's having another lease of life. And at the end of the day, what I do with the car is my business. I mean, you know, I love it when people make comments, and if they're positive, they don't have to be negative. I mean, a positive comment, maybe this, try that. I'm prepared to have a go at anything, but ultimately, I'm the one that's putting the time, money and effort into it, and it has to be my choice. So I'm sorry if that doesn't sit well with some people. I know it does with plenty of others, and they're the ones that count. Anyway, enough said. Take care, catch you in the next video. Bye for now.